Hello everyone, hope you had a great weekend. It's a fabulous Monday on Your View. I am Mariah Afolabi Brown. As always, I have my lovely co-host here. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
How was your weekend?
Weekend was interesting.
I wish you could get Uwa's shoes. Man, those shoes are, and Jumoke's shoes too. Them shoes are striking.
Thank you for making my shoes.
Please cross your legs so that our people know that you actually went shopping. Okay, now. How you guys doing, Jumoke? How was your weekend?
I went shopping yesterday.
Obviously.
And I'm begging her for gist. She's refusing to give me the gist. I'm not talking to you right now.
I want to know what happens in my bedroom.
Imagine.
I don't understand.
How does that concern you?
There's a thin line between caring and
gossiping,
snooping. You know,
there's a boundary where the gist cannot go past.
Yeah.
We went out. That's the best you know.
Please, I had a very restful weekend.
Thank you.
All right, let me jump to how are you? How was your weekend?
Oh, fantastic. What stood out for me? We're having a program very soon around the community.
Who is we?
Daystar, yeah. We always organize
family. Your people.
Well,
next,
family and friends. No, but it's a fun way to enjoy the presence of God without having to be in a church environment.
Talking about God, I went to a concert yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You know, I know Benga Denuga. I hear of him and I've seen him perform. He's my husband's very good friend. He has performed, but I've never really felt him like that. Yesterday, no way. I have never gone to a gospel concert that fantastic. I mean, we couldn't sit down.
3 hours on your feet.
Like you're standing, jumping and screaming, and I'm like, gospel concert. No, I mean, I know what a debauch concert looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, for real? Like, no, I had a great time.
Power has changed hands.
Power is changing
The
hands.
anointing is in the church.
No, the anointing is in the church. Seriously. How are you, Tokwe?
Good. I had a very, very, very great weekend, especially yesterday with my family. We went to visit my husband's elder brother.
And you're fed by a chef.
And we had this very wonderful chef. He was just constructing and dishing out things. The good thing is I know that the food was really healthy. I don't think I would have added any extra pounds from it, but it just makes you feel like, Tokwe, you need to hustle and make more money so that you can have, because that chef was 45K Morayo per month.
I need to get a
but
chef
the food is fantastic. If I want to eat that kind of food, I need to work hard. You know, and I don't mind. I understand that. I want to live a good life, and I understand that I need money. So I'm willing to do the work.
Yes, honestly,
I'm willing to.
I don't mind getting a chef because I think I eat the wrong things. So I need a chef to just make some broccoli and some cauliflower.
Oh my God.
Other nice things.
They were all there. Everything represented.
Something.
All
right. I'm going to take a quick break. When we return, we're going to dig into the papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I'm having a bubbly Monday today, you know. Okay, we're going to start with the Punch. Major headline, Senate on a collision course with Buhari over Permanent Secretary's refusal to honor invitation. You can see a picture here of soldiers stand guard at a market in N'Djamena, Republic of Chad, after a suicide bomb attack. CBN Forex policy may cause factory closure, says LCCI. U.S. trip, Amechi Bakare may make president's team. United Nations to build 500 houses for Adamawa displaced persons. Wow. APC 6 probe of NLNG payments under Jonathan. LASMA official who slumped on traffic duty dies. Oh. Federal government firms lose 67 billion naira as oil exports fall. And guard avets explosion in Jos Church. This LASMA official, goodness me, he slumped.
Very pathetic story. The
What
part
happened?
that stood out for me, was he was rushed to the hospital. The first hospital they took him to was Luth, and because the doctors were on strike, they couldn't attend to him. And then he was rushed down to Randu in Surulere before he now finally passed out.
No, they confirmed him upon arrival dead. in the hospital. And this incident, according to the papers, because it happened on Saturday, so I heard it over the radio. He was controlling traffic. You know, the normal walk. A church was doing something, so they were controlling the traffic, and the guy just slumped. So his LASMA people around ran towards him, tried to do the CPR to resuscitate him.
Oh, really?
Yes. So when they tried it and they saw that he wasn't responding, they just grabbed him and put him in the truck, in their car, and they drove off. And of course, they went to Luth and they went to the hospital. But what was really, very, very,
sad.
Sad in the report, according to the LASMA guy that pleaded to be anonymous, he said that the LASMA people, they don't have any form of life insurance. They don't have life insurance, and also they don't even have hazard allowances that they give them. And they said that last year, when LASMA officials were downsized, that now they have to do the work. For instance, a LASMA person has to do the work of 7 that would have been done by 7 people in the past, because they had to cut down their numbers. And I'm wondering.
I have a question, because I read the article. When a LASMA official goes to do private duties for a church, somebody's wedding, is the government still responsible for him?
But is that a
No,
private
no, no,
duty?
No.
No.
Even if they do that, I think it's a special request, and I think they pay for that.
Yeah.
But he's talking about, even though he died on duty, he died as a LASMA official. So what she's saying is that if there was a proper
Mariah,
insurance company,
I use LASMA when I
coverage.
have events.
Yes.
I pay them directly. So I'm saying, should the government still be...
It's not the person, the organization that hired them that caused what happened. He's just slumped and died.
Like my concern with this
Go ahead.
My concern is lack of proper emergency care. I have a very strong feeling, probably if they got to Luth and there was the people were on ground to grab him and probably use some electric resuscitation move to get him back to life, something could have happened. But we lose so many lives due to lack of proper emergency care.
Let's move on to The Nation. Major headline this morning on The Nation: $4 billion NLNG cash payments missing from government account. APC urges presidency to launch probe. NNPC targets 20% petrol supply from local refineries. Explosives found in Just Church. President orders police to vacate Rivers local governments. And Djokovic beats Federer. Right. And oh, you can see a picture here. Goodness, scene of horror. 3 children survive as trailer crushes dad, wife, and son. That was a really, really pathetic story. Who read that article?
I didn't read it. I was more interested in the
NLNG.
Yeah, it's all over the papers. It's all over the papers, but this is a human angle story that I think is really worth talking about, because the 3 children they lost their dad. It was, and I wish the camera had viewed it. It was a real crush. Like the trailer actually pressed down and killed the father instantly, and the mother and the elder brother. Now,
Where did this happen again?
In Enugu Expressway.
Trailers, we've had too many accidents involving trailers, and I know that the government keeps saying they're going to look into it, but I don't see a definite action
We need to find a way to
by
hold these trailers to responsible.
No, we can't wait until the thing goes bad. I feel that we should be proactive. We don't wait until accidents take place. If FRSC stays on the matter, like do their job, which is to ensure that everybody on the road certified to drive commercially, certified to drive a trailer, takes the proper resting period, don't drive for a long period of time, the cars are in good condition. If everybody is doing their job well,
yes.
this won't happen.
We brought them to our show before, and they said, listen, it's an ongoing thing, that they've started the sensitization of
Even
the
the
truck
roads.
owners, even the drivers and all that.
The roads also need to be in top shape for us to say, okay, everything is in place. Do you understand? It doesn't just lie in the hands of the truck drivers.
Moving on to Vanguard. APC, PDP battle over 5.5 billion naira NLNG dividend. PDP should not account for the money, PDP should account for the money paid in before handover, says APC. Stop lying to Nigerians, PDP replies. Says government before Buhari never touched NLNG dividend. I'm not caged, Buhari replies, Nyam. Gunmen invade Rivers Market, kill 8. And banks face massive decline in public sector cash flow in July. Jumake, you're talking about the NLNG initially.
Yeah, and the APC is saying that over 4 years till 2014, from 2011 to to a fiscal year, that the amount of money payable into the government coffers from the LNG ought to have been $4.7 billion, but that they paid just over $127,000. What happened to over $4 billion?
Billion, Morayo.
Yes.
You know, the way figures travel in this country, we always hear missing money. $1 billion gets missing. I think money is we know it flows. There should be paperwork. You know, I don't get it. And we now hear bantering, not bantering. APC is saying PDP give account of how it was done. There were people in charge of NLNG at that time.
JP Morgan is supposed to be in charge of our accounts. APC is asking the federal government to probe. Why don't they have these monies in their accounts?
And then we have an accountant general of the Federation. And this money has not been remitted or was missing. And there's nothing being done until now.
They actually do need to probe.
We can't avoid it. But I'm scared that we're going to spend the next 4 years probing. We're going to spend the next 4 years probing.
We have said that Buhari is slow. 45 days, nothing. I mean, if he had $4 billion in his account, imagine what he could have done in 45 days.
All right, moving on to Daily Sun. Plot against Saraki, Ekweremadu thickens. APC wants ministerial list after leadership change. Atiku, Tinubu fight for party structures. Picture here of orchestra at the Deeper Life Church performing during a regional combined service in presentation of Pastor William Kumuyi's forthcoming crusade.
The bombing in
How
Jos.
did I make front page? Sorry.
It was an all-women orchestra, I guess.
I was just wondering how that made the front page.
It was an all-women orchestra.
All right. Bomb in Jos Church. Bloodbath in Rivers. Yeah, so what story jumps at you?
That bomb in Jos story, it's really, really applaudable, what the security guard did in the church, because
what happened?
He saw, you know, I think they were panicked, the church members were panicking or something like that.
Honestly, there were 2 explosions. There were 2 bombs.
So when
already.
it exploded, they were panicking and they were scattering around, and the guy was walking by. Was it the toilet or something?
Yeah, it was by the toilet.
And he saw a bag.
The main bomb.
The main one. He didn't even tell anybody. He just picked it up and threw it
and it exploded.
Overboard. And it exploded. So he got injured, but from the things that, went off in the air.
Shouldn't you evacuate everybody than throw it away?
You cannot evacuate.
You're not going to risk your own life. Carry bomb and throw it away.
They said that thing was just a
few seconds.
So imagine if he had not done that. The bomb would
have killed himself too.
No, Morayo, but we've see.
But even we shouldn't encourage that. We should everybody get out.
The part I even wanted to say about this story. You remember when we talked about? I was telling you guys, was it 2 weeks ago, that every church. Don't say that it is the house of God. Everybody, see, the church is not a perfect place. It's like a hospital. Different people with different diseases. So everybody have their own agenda coming into the church. So I think everybody should be more, because if this man wasn't alert, I don't think the numbers would have been.
I want to just add something. Garba, that's the name of the man, did a very, very heroic thing, and I'm happy that he was able to share the testimony. The 2 bombs were planted there already, which is why I feel that you said something that we all need to take ownership of this fight against Boko Haram. If they had searched the place before every Sunday service, you've seen this style.
What day was this?
Search the place, just
all right.
Search the place, get it done, and take ownership.
This morning, we need to move on very quickly. The Guardian, Naira crisis, official parallel markets forex rates widen. And picture again of a church. Let's see, wife of the general overseer, Foursquare. I think his was 50th birthday, I believe. Okay. Why past NLNG payments federal government should be probed, says APC. NLC faction urges Buhari to shelve U.S. trip over Boko Haram attacks. And federal government threatens to stop Olise's unveiling on Wednesday, which is our hot topic, which is our topic later. But that's all we can take on front page.
Okay, I was going to talk about the Naira crisis, saying that the more we import things, the more the devaluation of the Naira. For the Naira to be strong, we need to encourage, exportation and local consumption rather than importation.
And I heard that Buhari was trying to insist that we start consuming local.
Of course, now there are some things that have been banned. If you are going to import it, you pay more. than how much it costs in Nigeria.
There's a lot more technicalities involved in this than we can discuss right now, because I read somewhere yesterday about this pressure. If you put a ban on it, that means the people importing these things cannot buy official bank rate. Then they put more pressure on black market, and the naira price will keep devaluing the naira. So there's a whole lot more economical reform that needs to take place for us to see the change.
Not just one-sided.
Not just one side.
On that note, we take a quick break. When we return, we're going to have a guest talking about Edge Series Student Summit. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Yeah, we're still very bubbly this Monday morning. We have the project manager, the Edge Series Student Summit, Omon Agbi, and Emmy Award-winning correspondent and international communication consultant, Gina Landa, in the building. So, you guys are here. How are you guys doing?
Very well, thank you.
Good to have you. I know you're the project manager for the summit coming up on Thursday, I believe.
Yes, yes.
And Gina is here from CNN. So you're going to be a speaker at the Edge Summit series. And I know your focus, actually, is the importance of the digital economy.
Yes.
What is that about? Who wants to go first?
Gina.
Well, the reason that the speakers are all gathered for the free summit on Thursday is to really emphasize, too, it's a student summit, so it's really targeted toward the next generation of employees here in Nigeria. And since Nigeria right now is the #1 economy in Africa, the importance is, how do we maintain that? How does everyone get involved in the next economy while oil and gas will still be important? What is now transforming the nation? I think that's the focus, to get people inspired and motivated and give them that edge through the series of speakers that we're going to have.
Okay.
Now, a lot of young people have that challenge of, yes, starting something. And many want to get into this business of online marketing and all that, but there's always an issue with regulation. Like, is Nigerian economy ready to support these young entrepreneurs and to use, because I know who has an online, you're online, and there always issues of, okay, how do you actually monetize this? So is this conference going to be helping them in knowing how to monetize this, with even regulation wise, and even how is that going to help us out?
We're going to be having people from NITSTAR, and they would be helping people talk about this, how they can get funding, and a lot of our speakers would also be talking about this, especially the guy from Jobaman, that's Okwayemi Aweyemi.
Okay.
He started off without any funding, but a lot of people saw the prospect in what he's doing, and also Itop Ikpe is going to be he's the co-MD of Due Day, and a lot of these people started crude. There was no funding, but now a lot of banks can even throw it behind them and see prospect, even in the future. Yes. So I believe it's not about just what I do now. Keep at it. Don't think about funding for now. When people see prospect in what you're doing, they will come out.
They will jump on it.
Yes.
Do you have government support, or you're doing this is just?
No, let's say this is private.
Okay.
You know, why are you involved in this?
I'm involved in it because, first of all, I'm here as part of my host, Swift Think. We've been working together for over a year now.
Yeah.
In fact, this is the second student summit, and I was a speaker at last year's summit as well. I'm here because I believe in Nigeria. I'm here because I've been meeting for the 4 times I've been here now. It's been almost 3 months of total time that I've been throughout the nation. I believe in the individuals that I meet. I believe in their fervor and their commitment to their country and their real desire to compete not only in Nigeria but in the global marketplace. And digitally is really the level playing field for that. And I believe there's a lot of innovation and a lot of incredible spirit here. And so I'm grateful for the opportunity to meet with and work with so many people.
Funny enough, we got to meet Gina just through a tweet.
It was a tweet.
It was through a tweet, and we started this off. Yeah.
You mean all the online presence that we have, we can put it to good use, actually, just
of course.
rather than gisting about irrelevant things.
Yes.
Gina, I think that Nigeria is the emerging market. All other markets in the world are saturated. So have you come to tap into it and become a billionaire in the nearest future?
Why not? I promise that I won't lose the billion. If I make $1 billion, I will share it with everyone. Absolutely. We all want our opportunities, and I think we all go to where those opportunities can be. And I think the wonderful thing, again, about digital media and about the opportunities that that presents is it can happen anywhere.
Okay. Interesting. You guys have it. Okay.
No, I don't.
But the thing, you see, my own worry is that, yes, Nigeria is emerging, Africa is an emerging market and all that. And these are opportunities, but you see, the system is a bit different.
Yeah.
A young African is still facing a lot of challenges on even how, yes, we know the funding part is one angle. The other part is internet issues. Do we have the right, what's the word I'm looking for? The right structures in place for a young Nigerian to actually succeed on an online business or to even use the online economy? Is that, do you think we have that ready? Are we ready for that? Because if you live in America now as a young person, you can have a business, successful business without any of these glitches, all these issue regulations, or even there are people, there's structures in place to help enhance your business. Yeah. But here, we're not ready for that.
How affordable is this online business? I think maybe that's part of.
It's not even the affordability, because
you're talking about internet. It is not cheap for you to have what's it called? Access to. Yeah, you have to pay a lot of money. It's not as easy as you get it there. There are some places you go to free Wi-Fi all over the world, but you don't have that. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So
I wouldn't agree to that, because someone who is a student in school would readily buy airtime just to.
Smartphone already.
Yes, a smartphone of 40,000 naira, 50,000 naira. Someone can afford that. So I believe if you can afford that, you can also get to fund yourself digitally.
I don't have a question, because I totally agree with what both of you are saying. I started my blog 2008, and it wasn't based on availability of money. And I think the project you're doing, creating awareness that you can actually blog from your phone.
Yes.
You can actually do other businesses on media. You can actually have a video blogging site. You can actually do many things. It's about opening up the minds of the young people into seeing the potentials in media, the potentials in digital media.
Okay, I know that you're focusing on digital economy, but I'm going to take you out of that a little bit. Nigeria has a lot of untapped resources. Now, as the emerging African, biggest economy, are we ready to train the students on how to come out and tap into the resources that we have around us? Not just IT, but also human resources and maybe mineral resources, because if we don't start to learn that now, who's going to take Nigeria to the next level that we need her to go to? Maybe you want to take that, Mr. Agbi.
Okay. What we have now is we just want to take it process by process, because we understand we can't just cramp that into a whole event. Last year we talked about communication. And we trickled it down to all the garments of communication, risk management, and stuff like that. But this year we want to take this aspect, because Nigeria is emerging, and we also want to flow along that direction.
So, if I may real quickly couple in with that, why I'm here again is because communications is still the way that you get out the word about what's going on with our minerals. What are some new innovative fashions? What are some of the different opportunities and things that are happening here? And using, coupling digital with communications and understanding how to network, how to get out your online blog on your phone, how to take streaming video, put it out there on Meerkat. All these apps are available, and I think that many Nigerians, especially the young people, are quicker and faster than at that already than many of their Western European counterparts.
All right, so Thursday is the day. What exactly will Thursday look like? Can somebody just tell us, so that the students out there know to come on Thursday? What exactly, is just going to speaking and the questions and go home, or what exactly is it going to be?
No, basically I would say come with a mind to be not informed, but to get instruction. It's more of an instructional event, not just informational, because we have a lot of information right there online. So it lets us push people to go get it.
Thursday morning, 9 a.m., Musan Center. Director from Deal Day, from Jobberman, the founder, from Microsoft, from Google, from communications standpoint, from other elements of expertise and coaching. Get ready to be engaged, get ready to ask questions. The opportunity is yours for the taking.
And it is free.
And it is free. Capital F-R-E-E, free.
Cool. I wanted to just ask, like you did it last year.
Yes.
Like, what are the reviews? Like, do we have already people that can come out to testify to say that yes, this is what?
Yes, we have a lot of testimonials.
So are people going to be privy to that information when they come?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We have a website. We have Twitter feeds. We are hashtagging TESS 2015. We are absolutely trying to engage around digital communications in order to get out the word as well.
Right.
Nice one, Gina.
Thank you.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you
We should give
again.
a Nigerian name by now.
Adenike.
Thanks, Adenike, for coming.
I want to be a Niger girl.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we return, the new era in the Nigerian football as Sunday Olise emerges as a new Super Eagles coach. We have somebody going to enlighten us because we are totally clueless on this matter. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. The Nigerian Football Federation last week announced the appointment of Sunday Olise as the replacement for the sacked coach, Stephen Keshi. The unending intrigues in football administration in the country led to the sack of the senior national coach of the Super Eagles. Now, after identifying the NFF terminated his 2-year contract signed with the coach only last year, an account which described as insubordination and lack of the required commitment to achieve the Federation's objective as set out in his contract. Now, we have a sports analyst with us, Biola Omowanle. Welcome to the show, Biola.
Thank you for having me. How you doing? I'm fine.
Now, please, we know you are very into this matter. Who is Sunday Olise? I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
No, but that's a good question, Murayo. Because yes, there's people asking, who is Sunday Olise in coaching?
True. Okay, so who's Sunday Olise? I know, please, so that I don't get embarrassed myself.
Yes, a lot of people know Sunday Olise as an ex-footballer, an ex-Super Eagles footballer. He has played all around the world as well. But no one really knows Sunday Olise as a coach. That is where a lot of Nigerians are having the problem right now because he's very inexperienced regarding that issue. He has only coached a second and a third level team in Belgium, and those are club sides. So he's very new to national football coaching and all. Though he has a lot of licenses, the UEFA Pro license, the highest coaching license in the world, but then he is inexperienced. It's like just like a student knowing everything in theory regarding a course, but nothing in practical.
Is this your opinion?
Yes,
no,
it is.
This is the fact.
It's actually the fact.
She gave an example that a student knowing everything in theory and no practical. I said that's an opinion. Is that our own opinion?
Well,
it's actually the fact right now.
It's the fact that he has the theoretical angle.
But he doesn't have experience.
As he hasn't done it before. That's
exactly
what he meant. But now, we had a guest here sometime, I think it was Tega, that said that, listen, Stephen Keshi he's a good coach, but the problem he was lacking is technical angle. That he's the guy, but
he's a good motivator.
Yeah, motivator, very good. That's
exactly
what she's motivator. Now, does Sunday Olise have that technical capability that we need as a coach?
I think I'm looking at Sunday Olise, looking from how he played for Nigeria in the last few years, or when he was there in the 90s. We saw that he was very passionate about football, and even right now, even before he was appointed as coach, and he hasn't exactly been appointed yet. The negotiations are still going on, talks are still going on, and the NFF have come out to say that by this time next week, or probably before the end of this week, he will be confirmed as coach. But then he's a very passionate person. He always has something to say regarding Nigerian football.
Yeah,
but I remember a few months back, he was asked if he would like to coach Nigeria, but he mentioned he wouldn't like to because he wanted to live long. He mentioned that.
All right, let me invite our callers. You can call us on 0708066814. You can tweet to us at YourView also to be a part of this conversation. Now, yes.
I wanted to add that, yes, that what's it called? Sunday Olise might have these technicalities that Stephen Keshi was lacking. But I think in football, for me, this is my opinion, the part of that motivation is a stronger, power that every coach should possess. So does he have that? That motivating factor to prep the people and make them want to get the gold.
I think the good thing about appointing a coach that used to be a player is that
he's been there.
He's been there. He's been in their shoes. He understands a player's needs. Not every player needs to just get on the field of play and play very good. Every player wants to know that his coach admires him, his coach appreciates him, his coach trusts him as well. I think he will definitely have that, knowing that he's been there before.
Good morning, Hassan. Are you there?
Everybody. Morales, Dumoke, Ua, and everybody. I would like to make a contribution with regard to Nigerian football. Nigerian football is at a crossroads. Do you know why? The problem is this. The people at the helm of affairs of NFF, you understand, are, first of all, sycophants and mediocres. It's a very simple issue. It's a very simple analysis. Let's just say it straight. Call a spade a spade. You know, what got Keshi out of the scene is because President Jonathan is no longer there. If Jonathan is still our president, we will still maintain the status quo of making Stephen Keshi our national coach. The same thing is going to happen to Olise. You understand? These people are mind readers. They will always like, you see, there's no way you can separate NFF from Nigerian politics. They are playing politics with us. And it will spell doom to Nigerian football house and even Nigerian football as a sport. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, what he said now, for me, sounds like French. No, to me. So could you explain to me what that was about?
What I wanted to add to what he said, because that is the word going around, that NFF, Stephen Keshi, they can't influence his decisions.
Yes.
Do you understand? He's too stubborn for their liking. And people are saying that Sunday Olise might be very vulnerable to whatever their demands are. Is that true?
Well, here's the thing.
Tell us the politics that they're talking about.
Politics and football, of course, go hand in hand. Before Stephen Keshi was reappointed, the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, had a hand in it. I think from the first time, the NFF didn't really want Stephen Keshi. Before Nigeria had a coach, they had stalled for a long time, and for months, for close to a year, Nigeria did not have a coach. The Super Eagles were without a coach.
Okay, pause for a second. Pause for a second. For me, as a layman, to me, Stephen Keshi did well. He got us far enough. I mean, yes, we could have done better maybe if we had all the resources, but for me, he did well. So me, if I was the president, I'm likely to push for Keshi's reappointment because I see that he did well. So that's what I understand. But what was this politics they're saying that, oh, because he was a president, that's why he was staying? What was Hassan talking about? I'll break it down, because I would have thought Keshi did a good job and I would have hired him back again.
In The Guardian today, the federal government is saying that they may stop his announcement on Wednesday. For Olise. Because, yes, Olise's appointment by Wednesday, because his appointment failed to meet the procurement acts for procedures procedures for engagements. Do you agree with that?
Well, I don't really agree. The NFF knew what they were getting into before they sacked Stephen Keshi and then decided to appoint another coach. It goes beyond Stephen Keshi just being backed by a certain president or backed by the government. There were issues on ground before he got sacked. The first issue was that he gave the number 10 shirt, the Nigerian number 10 shirt, to an unknown player, a player which was not approved by the technical committee. And there was the issue of him applying or supposedly applying for a coaching job in Ivory Coast. While he was still a coach.
Let me take this from Okoyemi. Okoyemi, are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning. Please go ahead.
I don't know why we start Nigerian Keshi called. To me, Keshi is the best coach Nigeria has ever. Look at
the line is breaking. Can you hear him?
I think he's trying to say that Stephen Keshi, but we have tweets. Yes, Stephen Keshi is still the best coach that we have. Someone says, Johnson Omobolaji says, it's better to choose home-based coach than going out of the continent to choose foreign coach. Good one for NFF. Oludimo Oluwatosin says, Olise is the right man for the job. Take Frank Bekebo for an example. He had no experience, but he won the World Cup with Germany. The Life of Sani says, I think Sunday Olise will be a good coach, but he should be careful of NFF and their politics. Patrick Bliss says, I mean, he got booted out of the Genk manager as a failure. Okay, I think.
Let me take Glory's call. Good morning, Glory. Are you there?
Morning, ladies.
Morning, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I don't have much to say, but I want to comment on this matter. They said he does not have experience. How will he have experience when they have not tried it? It's just like somebody who just graduated and you want to give him an employment. You are asking of experience. Where will he get it? If they've not given him a job in the first place. At least he has to start from somewhere.
You should go and start with Enyimba. You should start with Enyimba first and then move to Golden Eagles. Not Super Eagles.
Falcons.
I agree with her to an extent there, but then if the NFF really wanted Sunday Olise on the other hand, he could have been appointed as the under-20 coach or under-23.
Not Super Eagles.
But then it's good to encourage our own here. So a lot of foreign coaches have failed as well. Do you agree with disappointment? Of course, I really do. Okay. I agree.
Can I ask? Sorry, Tokwe. What happened to Stephen Kechi's assistant?
Hey, Amokachi.
I love that guy.
Daniel Amokachi, that's true. What happened to him?
What happened? So why didn't they pick him as the coach?
Let's remember.
Are they saying that he's loyal to Keshi? That means they are telling us what we are hearing is the truth.
Okay.
After Stephen Keshi was sacked at a certain point, Amokachi was interim coach, since he was the assistant to Stephen Keshi before he was sacked, and he didn't really do well in that period. And then the whole coaching staff is being overhauled right now. Not just Stephen Keshi, a lot of his coaching staff also have been booted out.
Refresh my memory. Is it Keshi, Olise, Amokachi, all of them were together in one team?
Yes, they were.
With Okocha.
So what makes one better than the other?
Actually a generation a little bit ahead
of them. And then Olise went for training, for coaching, the highest ever in the world.
So he has the highest now.
Yes.
Like
on paper.
But no practical.
Okay, I'll let you answer. I have to go for a quick commercial break. I'm sorry to wait. I do apologize. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I think I have a call. Festus, are you there?
I'm here.
Good morning. Please go ahead.
Please, I want to make my contribution. It affects me very much when I watch the television and see so many people in the start of education. You know, when you watch the history of Nigeria, education is among the best coaches that we have. We have after Western and the are the best coaches that we have. But what education did in 2 years? What Western 2 years? Winning nations cup for us and qualifying us for taking us to the round of 16 in the World Cup. West education 2 years. Why Western have did it in 4 years? So even up to now, he's the best performing coach we have in Nigeria. But it baffles me that celebrating his sack. FIFA ranks education as the #1 coach in Africa. Supposed to rank him.
Okay.
He's a Keshi supporter.
Thank you so much. Let me come to...
He did well for Nigeria.
I read somewhere that they were going to appoint a technical advisor for him.
Yes.
And it's going to be a white person.
Yes.
I wonder why a Nigerian will be placed as senior coach and then his technical advisor, a white person, who might be, and the speculation was that the person will be earning more than him. Are we just appointing the coach just to support our Nigerian? We want to support Nigerian. We want a Nigerian to be there and we want to just put you in charge, but there's somebody else that will be giving all the orders. What do you think?
Yes, the foreign coach is actually supposed to be an assistant to Olise and also a technical advisor. They went through the same coaching license training together. They went through the same FIFA and UEFA Pro training at the same time, and they know each other quite well. And it's supposed to be an assistant. I think there's a disadvantage here because there might be a lot of conflicting ideas. Let's not forget that the likes of Shuaibu Yusuf are still in the picture as well. I think that could be the disadvantage in the NFF right now. But then one thing I really like about the appointment of Olise is that there seems to be a good relationship between Olise and the NFF. It was one of the problems that Stephen Keshi had right from the beginning. There was bad blood, obviously, between Stephen Keshi and some members of the NFF.
Okay, I have a call from Akomojo. Dennis, are you there?
Yeah.
Good morning, please go ahead.
Okay, I think the problem is
politics and tribalism.
Okay.
See, there's nothing wrong with Amokachi, Keshi, whoever they bring that has been in a national team before. They're all good for the job. But the truth is, you guys, mark my word, the next time, you still come on and talk about this same problem. Because of the way Nigeria is, it's talk, no action. Take out the wrong people, throw them out. Put the right people in place and stop all politicizing sports. It's not about Olise will still have problem with it, even worse problem, but they'll get it from him because he's a different person. He's very stubborn.
Yes, he is actually.
Tribalism.
All right, thank you so much.
There's a question on Twitter actually. Patrick Blees says, would it be ridiculous to say the fee Olise is asking for should be enough for us to hire a foreign technical advisor? Indigenous is good, but this is a no. He doesn't agree with Olise. That's one question.
Yes.
I also have a question of, you said that Olise is in good terms with the NFF.
Yes.
We know that NFF has sort of been the bane of Nigerian football because of the, politics within. Now, my question to you is, if truly, like we heard rumors that NFF, they used to hire foreign advisors because, they hire the pay, they hire the, kickback. And they're now hiring somebody they're in agreement with. Is it just a cake that we're just going to be sharing amongst us? Is that what this is?
Well, to answer the guy on Twitter's question first, I think a lot of foreign coaches have failed. The likes of Lars Lagerback have failed. It's good to give our own people the opportunity. There is always a first time. We cannot say he will fail because it's the first time. Okay. The likes of Pep Guardiola to Barcelona, nobody knew Pep Guardiola, and he went to Barcelona and he won the treble in his very first season. The current coach as well, Luis Enrique, he was a Barcelona player. He went on to coach the Barcelona B team, went on to coach other clubs before coming back to winning Barcelona again. So there's always a first time, really.
I have a call. Nkem, are you there?
Yes.
Good morning. Nkem, go ahead. Nkem, go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning. Stephen Keshi supposed to be fired the very first time, but after he won the nation and he took Nigeria to the World Cup, he fumbled at the World Cup, and Nigeria still compromising by bringing him back to the former president. And now he has committed, he's supposed to be sacked. Bringing in Sunday Olise or anybody is a very good idea from the NFF. And what you have to know is football or coaching, it has something to do with luck. Most of those coaches, they don't know anything about coaching. You understand me? It has to do with luck. If Olise have the luck, he will shine there. But if you don't have the luck, before 3 months or 4 months, he will be sacked.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it.
Dennis Demene says, I believe it's a positive change in football. If you want something done, you have to start from the head. Cash Food says, from the top 9 footballing countries in Africa today, none of them have local coach as their manager, and they all play good football. Adeni Olugbenga says, Nigeria should learn to appreciate what is theirs. Sunday Olise is our man. Let's pray he succeed as the head coach of the Super Eagles. Sadiq Enyola says, I believe Olise will perform well if NFF grants him an appointment, and NFF should give him free hand to work with its own crew.
I have a tweet. Samuel Chinedu says, NFF has done the worst to Nigerian football. Olise failed to qualify a lower division club. Why Olise? This is very poor. Statam Napoli says, NFF are using what they have to get what they want, but not Sunday Olise, who is inexperienced. Cash Food says, to put it straight, Nigerian local coaches ain't technically sound. From the under-20 Falconets, Super Eagles, we can see that.
Okwayemi Stephen says, I hope they will not fire Sunday Olise soon, the way they fired Keshi, if Olise doesn't get the required results. Ellis Oraka says, it's a welcome change in our football because I was beginning to think that our NFF lacked ideas. Olise, welcome on board and do your best.
Okay, so
I have one humorous tweet. It says, sweet voice says, when women talk football, all you can do is laugh and be entertained. Wait till, I will not try.
All right, let me let Abiola have the last
word. Just to add to what everyone has said, the NFF have signed Sunday Olise on a 5-year development plan, was what they called it. So I don't think anyone should expect magic from Sunday Olise. Okay. This is just redevelopment. It's resuscitation of the
when is the next World Cup?
First place. Next World Cup is in 2018, but then we're preparing for the next All African Games, African Cup of Nations, which is in 2017. Okay. One qualifying game has been played. The other one is in September, and that would be Sunday Olise's first game.
In a few months, Abi,
yes,
to see
in
what
September.
Is done. So I'm hoping that he will win the African Nations,
which
African Cup of
won.
Nations, which he won.
Yes, so that's the minimum we expect from Olise.
Yes.
Then World Cup, we hope at least we get to the finals.
Yes.
Abi? Okay, that's what me understand.
No magic can be expected.
So something can be expected.
If you're expecting Baba to do magic in 4 years, Olise better do magic. And those of you saying that we should pray about it, please, there are more important prayer points. Like we need power, we need electricity, we need water.
Football is important to Nigerians also, so we need to pray about it as well.
Pray what? Don't go and pray for electricity and water in your house. All right, that's all we can take today. Tomorrow is another day. Don't forget to watch a repeat broadcast at 9 p.m. tonight. I know football watchers hate me this morning.
I'm beefing you already, actually.
Please, this football matter, I'm painstakingly doing this show on this matter. God bless you. See you tomorrow.
You are looking hot. Before I hate you,